Imagine looking up at the sky right now.
Okay, I am picturing it.
You just see blue sky or maybe some clouds, but someone is up there.
Right, way up there.
Yes, high up in space. And they have a camera. They are taking pictures of the Earth.
And, they're taking pictures of you, maybe?
Exactly. Welcome to the deep dive. I'm so glad you could join us today.
Yes, welcome. We have some really interesting things to talk about.
We really do. Today, our sources are articles and notes about, well, pictures from space.
These are taken by Earth observation satellites, right?
Yes. And a satellite is just a machine in space that takes pictures. Our mission today is to answer a very big question.
It is a big one.
When countries fight today, who takes the pictures from space? And who gets to see them? Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah, to understand this, we need to look at how things used to be. For a long time, America was the big boss of space pictures.
Right, they took the best pictures.
The absolute best. If you wanted a very clear picture of a city or a road, you bought it from an American company.
But our notes show that recently, things changed. Specifically in the Middle East.
Yes, they did. It changed a lot.
America stopped sharing these pictures. And now, China is stepping in.
That is exactly what is happening. We have a missing picture problem, and now, a new photographer.
So let's start there. Why is there a sudden change? Why did America stop?
Well, it started with the American government. Under the Trump administration, the government put a lot of pressure on American companies.
Pressure to do what?
They told them to stop sharing clear pictures of the Middle East.
Oh, wow. So they just stopped.
Yes, they just stopped. And suddenly, journalists lost their supply of information. Researchers could not see what was happening.
That is a huge problem. It makes me think of, like, a small town.
Okay.
Imagine a town that only has one water store. Everyone buys water there.
Right. Everyone needs water.
And suddenly the store closes. The owner says, no more water for you.
But the people are still thirsty.
Exactly. People will just buy water from the new store across the street.
All right.
Which they will. So is America just hurting its own businesses?
Actually, yes. One of our experts, a researcher named Bill Greer, talks about this.
What does he say?
He says the U.S. is stopping its own companies from making money. But the enemies, the people America does not like, they still get the pictures.
Because they just go to the new store.
Exactly. They go to the new provider. And this was a golden advertising opportunity for Chinese satellite companies.
A golden opportunity. They just filled the empty space.
Yes. Chinese companies saw that America stepped back, so they stepped up.
Which brings us to the news store. The new photographer. China.
Right. The eyes in the sky.
If China is selling the pictures now, we need to know something important. Are their space cameras actually good?
Yes. They are very, very good.
Really?
Yeah.
Just as good as the American ones?
Yes. Let me give you some simple numbers. In the year 2025 alone, China launched over 120 space cameras.
Wait, 120 cameras in one single year?
Yes, 1 year. And now they have over 640 of these space cameras in total.
That is a lot of machines in the sky.
It is. They are now second in the world, right behind America.
Wow. Are there any specific ones we should know about?
Yes. There is a group of space cameras called Jilin-1.
Jilin-1, okay.
This group works together, and they can take a picture of any place on Earth every 10 minutes.
Wait, every 10 minutes?
Yes. Any place. You want a picture of a house? They take it. 10 minutes later, they take another one.
That is so fast.
And it gets crazier. The Jilin-1 cameras can even record video from space.
Video. Not just a picture, but a moving video.
Yes. Full video from space. You can watch cars moving down a road.
That is wild. But what about the clear pictures? Are they blurry?
Not at all. There is another satellite called SuperView Neo-1.
Okay, SuperView Neo-1.
Yes, and it takes pictures that are just as clear as the top American companies.
So the picture is perfectly clear. You can see cars and buildings.
We can see everything perfectly.
Okay, so the cameras are great. But I read in the notes that the technology inside the cameras is also very smart.
Yes, very smart. They use something called edge computing.
Edge computing. Can you explain that simply? What does that mean?
Sure. Usually, a space camera takes a big picture. Then it sends the whole big picture down to computers on Earth.
And the computers on Earth have to think about it.
Right. But that takes a long time. It is slow. Edge computing means the machine thinks and processes data while it is still in space.
Oh, I get it. So the camera itself is smart.
Exactly. And a Chinese company named Vision is doing something even smarter. They use AI. artificial intelligence.
How does the AI work in space?
Well, the AI looks at a blurry dot on the ocean. A normal person would say, I do not know what that dot is.
Right, it is just a dot.
But the AI looks at the dot and says, that is an airplane. Or, that is a big ship. It knows instantly.
It's like a teacher correcting a student.
How so?
Well, it's like the computer makes a guess. It says, is that a boat? And the human engineers say, no, that radar looks like this, so it is a plane.
Ah, yes.
So the computer learns. It gets smarter every single time it guesses.
Yes. What's fascinating here is that China and America are now neck and neck.
Neck and neck? That means they're perfectly equal in a race, right?
Yes. The Western monopoly, the idea that America had all the power and all the good cameras, is completely over.
Wow. The monopoly is over. China is selling amazing pictures and videos.
They are.
So this brings us to a very big question.
Who's buying them?
Exactly. Who are the customers? Who is buying these pictures?
Well, before we say who, I want to remind you, the listener, that we are just sharing facts from the notes. We are not taking sides.
Right. We are just reading the reports. We do not judge. We just state who bought the services.
So looking at the facts, first, Iran's Revolutionary Guards.
Okay, the military group in Iran.
Yes, they actually bought a Chinese satellite.
Wait, really? They didn't just buy a picture. They bought the whole machine in space.
Yes, the whole machine. And now Iranian news shows very clear pictures of places they attack.
Because they have their own camera in the sky now.
Exactly. And there is more. In 2024, the U.S. State Department shared a report.
What do the reports say?
It said a Chinese company called CGST gave pictures to Houthi rebels in Yemen.
Okay, and what did the rebels do with the pictures?
They used the pictures to find American ships in the Red Sea.
Oh, wow. So they used space pictures to find ships on the water.
Yes. And in 2023, another group used them, the Russian Wagner Group.
The Russian soldiers, where did they use them?
They used Chinese space pictures to fight in Ukraine.
Okay, but wait. If these companies are helping groups fight wars, doesn't America try to stop them?
They try. They use things called sanctions.
Sanctions.
Right.
It is a punishment, right?
Yeah.
America says you cannot use our banks.
Exactly. It is a money punishment. But the sanctions are not working very well.
Why not?
Because the Chinese companies still make lots of money from other places. For example, there is a company named Spacity.
Spacity, okay.
America punished them with sanctions. But Spacity just raised $190 million anyway.
$190 million, even with the punishment.
Yes. The punishment did not stop them at all.
This makes me wonder, if these Chinese companies are private businesses, can they just sell to anyone?
That is a good question.
I mean, does the Chinese government care who they sell to?
Well, to answer that, we have to look at who controls the camera. We have to look at the rules.
Okay, let's talk about the rules.
In the West, like in America and Europe, companies have something called shutter control.
Shutter control, like the shutter on a camera that clicks open and closed.
Yeah. Shutter control means the government has strict laws. They can say, you cannot take a picture of this secret base, or you cannot show that picture to anyone.
So the government can force the company to close the camera shutter.
Right. But Chinese companies use this to sell their product. They tell customers, come to us. We don't have these slow Western rules.
Oh, I see. They use it as advertising. We are faster. Buy from us.
Yes, we are faster. But Chinese companies have their own rules.
Ah, so they're not completely free to do whatever they want?
No, not at all. We have a quote in the notes from a man named Mike Dam.
Who is he?
He is an expert on the Chinese military, and he says this very clearly. He says, Chinese companies do not do anything that the Communist Party does not want them to do.
Oh, so if the government in Beijing says no, the company says no.
Exactly. They know the rules without even needing a law. And this points out a really big problem with how we think about space.
What is the problem?
Well, a few years ago, people thought that having more space cameras was a great thing.
Because more cameras means we can see more of the Earth.
Yes, people called it open source intelligence. They thought, if there are cameras everywhere, nobody can hide bad things. We will have truth for everyone.
Wait, so more pictures doesn't mean more truth for normal people?
No. It really doesn't.
Why not?
Our expert Bill Greer explains this. He says, yes, everyone is building their own space cameras now. China, America, other countries.
But they are not sharing the truth.
No, they are just using the cameras to spy on each other. It is not for the public good. It is just more secret spying.
So America stepped back. China stepped up. The technology is super smart. And now different groups use these pictures to fight.
Yes. You explained it perfectly.
But instead of the world becoming easier to see, it is just filled with more secret spying. So what does this all mean?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, the world has changed. Pictures from space are no longer just for big countries. Anyone with money can buy them.
And they do buy them.
Yes, they do, and they use them for war.
I want to leave you, our listener, with a thought. Something to think about today.
It is a very important thought.
The next time you watch the news
Right.
and you see a picture of a war, a picture taken from high up in the sky, I want you to ask yourself, who took this picture?
That is the first question.
Yes. And more importantly, why do they want you to see it?
Because someone made a choice to show it to you.
Exactly. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive today. We will see you next time. Keep looking up.